Imagine you're in the heat of battle, not with swords, but with the chaos of everyday life. A job loss hits like a sudden strike. Traffic jams stretch endlessly, testing your patience. Relationships fracture under unspoken tensions. What if, instead of fighting against these realities, you embraced them? What if acceptance wasn't surrender, but the ultimate strategy for victory? This is the wisdom of Miyamoto Musashi, the legendary Ronin who penned his final teachings just days before his death in 1645. In his Dokkodō, The Way of Walking Alone, the first principle cuts straight to the core. Accept everything just the way it is. Today we're diving deep into this precept, blending the fierce philosophy of the samurai with timeless Stoic insights. By the end, you'll not only understand its profound depth, but walk away with practical tools to transform your life. Let's begin the journey. Miyamoto Musashi wasn't just a swordsman, he was undefeated in over 60 duels, a master strategist, artist, and philosopher. At the end of his life, renouncing worldly attachments, he retreated to a cave and composed the Dokkodō, 21 precepts for living with unyielding resolve. These aren't fluffy affirmations, they're battle-tested guidelines from a man who stared death in the face repeatedly. The first principle, accept everything just the way it is, might sound simple, even passive. But in Musashi's world, acceptance was the foundation of mastery. It's not about resignation. It's about aligning with reality to wield true power. In samurai philosophy, influenced by Zen Buddhism and Bushido, resisting the flow of life leads to suffering. Musashi, drawing from his experiences, taught that by accepting the present moment, you free yourself to act decisively. This echoes across philosophies. In Stoicism, thinkers like Epictetus emphasize distinguishing what we can control from what we can't. Epictetus, a former slave turned philosopher, said, "Don't demand that things happen as you wish, but wish that they happen as they do happen, and you will go on well." Both Musashi and the Stoics saw acceptance as the gateway to inner peace and effective action. But why start here? Because without acceptance, every other principle falters. It's the soil from which resilience grows. In our modern rush, notifications pinging, deadlines looming, we resist what's real, breeding anxiety and regret. This discussion isn't just theory, it's a roadmap. We'll break down the philosophy, apply it to today's world, and arm you with steps to live it. At its heart, Musashi's principle is rooted in the samurai's code of impermanence. Life, like a duel, is unpredictable. Cherry blossoms bloom and fall, battles rage and end. Resisting this flux is futile. Musashi, who lost his family young and wandered as a ronin, learned that clinging to how things should be blinds you to opportunities. Acceptance clears the fog. Philosophically, this ties to Zen's concept of mushin, no mind, a state of pure awareness without attachment. Musashi, in his Book of Five Rings, expands on this. The way of strategy is the way of nature. When you appreciate the power of nature, knowing the rhythm of any situation, you will be able to hit the enemy naturally and strike naturally. Here, acceptance isn't passive. It's attunement to reality's rhythm. Apply this today. Think of a toxic workplace. You rage against unfair bosses or stagnant pay. Resistance drains your energy, leading to burnout. But acceptance, it means acknowledging the facts. This is the current dynamic, without emotional turmoil. From there, you strategize, update your resume, network, or negotiate. Suddenly, you're not a victim. You're a warrior, adapting. This mirrors Stoic amor fati, love of fate. Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor who journaled amid wars and plagues, wrote in his Meditations, "Accept the things to which fate binds you, and love the people with whom fate brings you together, but do so with all your heart." He ruled an empire while accepting personal losses, like the death of his children. In modern terms, imagine a breakup. Heartache hits hard. Resistance manifests as denial or bitterness. This shouldn't have happened. But acceptance whispers, it did happen. Now, what next? You grieve, learn, and grow stronger. Diving deeper, acceptance combats the illusion of control. Samurai philosophy teaches that ego, the desire for things to conform to our will, is the true enemy. Musashi's life exemplifies this. After his famous duel with Sasaki Kojiro, where he arrived late with a wooden oar as a weapon, he accepted the scorn and danger, turning it to his advantage. He didn't wish for fair conditions. He worked with what was. In today's high-stakes world, this is gold. Entrepreneurs face market crashes. Parents deal with rebellious teens. Acceptance shifts focus from "why me" to "how now." Epictetus nailed it. It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. Overlap with Musashi? Both urge transcending external chaos through internal harmony. Consider health crises. A diagnosis arrives: cancer, chronic pain. Resistance breeds despair. This can't be my life. Musashi's acceptance would say, it is. Face it squarely. From there, you seek treatment, adjust habits, find meaning. Stoic Seneca, facing exile and eventual suicide order, wrote, "Fate leads the willing and drags along the reluctant." During the pandemic, those who accepted lockdowns adapted. Virtual workouts, home offices, thriving where resistors suffered. Acceptance fosters detachment without apathy. In Bushido, it's Mujo, the transience of all things. Musashi embodied this, retiring undefeated to pursue arts. Stoic parallel, Zeno of Citium, Stoicism's founder, lost everything in a shipwreck and accepted it as a sign to study philosophy. Marcus Aurelius put it this way: the universe is change, our life is what our thoughts make it. Change is inevitable. Acceptance makes it bearable, even beautiful. Social media fuels comparison, breeding discontent. Why isn't my life like theirs? Acceptance counters, this is my path, walk it fully. It reduces envy, boosts gratitude. In relationships, accept flaws, yours and others. Musashi, a lone wanderer, knew attachment leads to vulnerability. Epictetus advised, if you kiss your child or your wife, say that you only kiss things which are human, and thus you will not be disturbed if either of them dies. Harsh, but it prepares for loss. Acceptance as ethical foundation. By not resisting reality, you act with integrity. Musashi's duels were won through presence, not force. In business, accept market truths to innovate. In self-improvement, accept your current flaws to evolve. Without acceptance, efforts are reactive, not proactive. Picture a young Musashi orphaned and honing his skills in solitude. He could have resented his fate, but acceptance forged him into a legend. Fast forward to you. Stuck in traffic? Accept it. Use the time for an audiobook on philosophy. Job rejection? Accept it. Refine your skills. This isn't optimism, it's realism with resolve. Musashi warns in the Book of Five Rings, perception is strong and sight weak. Our biased views distort reality. Acceptance sharpens true sight. Stoics agree, Epictetus, men are disturbed not by things, but by the views which they take of them. In creative pursuits, writers face rejection. Resistance leads to blocks. Acceptance sparks revision and persistence. Financial setbacks hit everyone. Markets dip, bills pile up. Resistance, panic selling or denial. Acceptance, assess, budget, invest wisely. Seneca, we suffer more often in imagination than in reality. By accepting facts, you mitigate imagined horrors. In leadership, Musashi's principle shines. As a strategist, he accepted terrain and foes as they were, outmaneuvering them. Modern CEOs do the same, pivot during crises. Marcus Aurelius, leading armies. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this and you will find strength. Grief and loss. Samurai faced death daily. Musashi accepted mortality, living fully. Stoics too, Seneca. Let us postpone nothing. Let us balance life's books each day. When loved ones pass, acceptance allows honoring memories without paralysis. Aging brings changes, wrinkles, slower steps. Resistance, vain surgeries, denial. Acceptance, embrace wisdom gained, mentor others. Musashi, in his later years, accepted physical decline, channeling energy into writing. global issues, climate change, inequality, resistance, overwhelm, or apathy. Acceptance, acknowledge the scale, then act locally, recycle, vote, educate. Epictetus, make the best use of what is in our power and treat the rest in accordance with its nature. In education, students resist failure. Acceptance turns F's into lessons. Musashi trained relentlessly, accepting defeats in practice. Marcus, the impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way. Sports embody this. Athletes accept injuries using rehab to return stronger. Samurai swordsmanship demanded accepting pain in training. Today, mindfulness apps draw from this. Accept thoughts without judgment. Creativity thrives on acceptance. Artists block when resisting bad ideas. Musashi, also a painter, accepted imperfections, iterating. Stoic creativity, focus on process, accept outcomes. In diversity, accept differences to build bridges. Musashi wandered Japan, accepting varied opponents. Epictetus, disabled, accepted his body. I am a lame old man, but a man nonetheless. Mental health, anxiety stems from resisting uncertainty. Acceptance therapy, inspired by these philosophies, teaches embracing discomfort. Musashi's calm in duels came from accepting death. Parenting, accept children's independence. Resistance breeds conflict. Acceptance fosters guidance. Seneca, on children, we must love them as if we might lose them at any moment. Career shifts, tech disrupts jobs. Accept obsolescence, reskill. Musashi adapted weapons, ore instead of sword. Travel mishaps, flights delay. Accept, read a book. Resistance ruins vacations. Daily habits, accept slip-ups in diets. Recommit without guilt. This principle empowers by freeing energy. Resistance exhausts, acceptance energizes. Actionable steps to embody acceptance. Now let's forge this wisdom into a blade for daily life. You've grasped the essence of Musashi's accept everything just the way it is, and its Stoic echoes. Now wield it. These steps, rooted in the samurai's Zen clarity and the Stoic's disciplined resolve, are not mere tasks, but a disciplined path to mastery. Like Musashi, honing his swordsmanship through relentless practice, you'll sharpen your mind through consistency. Each step is a strike against resistance, clearing the fog of frustration to reveal a path of decisive action. Begin with 1 or 2, track progress in a journal, and let the rhythm of practice attune you to reality's flow. Studies in mindfulness and cognitive behavioral therapy affirm that such habits can reduce stress by 30 to 40% over weeks, transforming chaos into opportunity. Falter, accept it, and press forward. Your battlefield awaits. First morning clarity ritual. Begin each day with a 5-minute journal. List 3 realities you're resisting: a stalled project, a strained friendship, an unchangeable circumstance. Write, this is the truth of this moment. No embellishment, no judgment, just stark honesty as Musashi faced opponents without illusion. Then, for each, note 1 emotion it stirs and 1 way it saps your focus. Example: resisting my colleague's criticism feels like anger, wastes energy on defensiveness. This builds a samurai's awareness, spotting patterns like enemies on the horizon. Evening, revisit your list. Did acceptance shift your approach? Common misstep: overthinking entries. Keep it raw, factual. Over weeks, this ritual, backed by research on expressive writing, lowers emotional turmoil, freeing you to act with precision. Second battle pause technique. When life's chaos strikes, traffic snarls, a heated argument, pause. Take 3 slow breaths, feeling the air's weight, grounding you like Musashi before a duel. Ask silently, what am I fighting here? Then declare, I accept this moment as it is. This Zen-inspired anchor, akin to mindfulness-based stress reduction, calms the nervous system per neuroscience studies. Set phone alerts for high-stress windows, commutes, meetings, to cue practice. For deeper impact, visualize the stressor as a fleeting shadow, dissolving as you breathe. Track 5 to 10 pauses daily in a habit app. Pitfall: rushing the pause. Slow down fully, or it's just lip service. Over time, this forges mushin, no mind, letting you respond with clarity, not react in haste. Third control divide drill. Weekly channel Epictetus to sort life's challenges. Draw a T-chart, within my control and beyond my control. Review a recent struggle, say a project delay. List elements, beyond client's timeline, within my preparation follow-up. For the uncontrollable, speak aloud. This is not mine to command, I release it. For the controllable, plan one actionable step. Dedicate 15 minutes each Sunday analyzing 2 events. Rate your acceptance 1 to 10 and note outcomes. Did letting go ease your mind? Did action yield progress? Avoid overcomplicating. Some aspects blur lines, lean toward release. This Stoic exercise, supported by cognitive therapy principles, cuts anxiety by focusing effort where it counts, like Musashi choosing his strikes. 4. Amor fati reframe. Each night face a hardship and list 3 hidden benefits. Job rejection? Time to explore new paths, refine skills, build resilience. Draw from real examples. Musashi turned solitude into mastery. Seneca found wisdom in exile. Vocalize your list to cement it and journal. How did this reframe shift my mood? For major setbacks, aim for 5 benefits, grounding them in evidence, e.g., research on career pivots shows 60% find better roles post-rejection. This echoes Amor fati, rewiring negativity bias, per gratitude studies, to boost well-being. Pitfall: forced positivity. If stuck, start with small irritations, delays, minor slights. Over months, this transforms obstacles into allies, aligning with Musashi's fluid adaptation. 5th Zen acceptance meditation. Carve out 10 minutes daily in a quiet space. Visualize a resisted reality, a conflict, a fear. Repeat, I embrace this fully as it is. Let emotions surge, anger, sorrow, observing them like clouds passing without clinging. This Zen practice, rooted in Musashi's Mushin, mirrors acceptance-based therapies reducing cortisol. Journal pre- and post-session emotional intensity. If focus drifts, anchor on your breath's rhythm. For advanced practice, extend to 15 minutes, adding a body scan to release tension. Common challenge: restless thoughts. Gently redirect, as Musashi realigned his stance mid-duel. Over weeks, this builds a calm core, enabling unshakable focus amid life's storms. 6th duel rehearsal. Prepare for life's clashes like Musashi trained for duels. Twice weekly, simulate a tough scenario, criticism from a boss, a family dispute. Script your response. I accept your perspective. Let's find a solution. Practice aloud, noting tone and posture. Enlist a friend to role-play, recording for self-review. Start with low-stakes scenes, progressing to emotional ones. Track real-life transfers. Did acceptance flow naturally in a similar moment? This mirrors samurai kata, ingraining instinct, and aligns with exposure therapy's efficacy in building confidence. Pitfall: over-rehearsing. Keep it brief, authentic, to avoid rigidity. 7. Boundary with grace. Accept others' actions without absorbing their chaos. Example: I accept your frustration, but I won't engage in shouting. Script such boundaries for recurring conflicts, using calm I statements. Reflect post-encounter. Did this protect my peace? This blends Musashi's resolve with Stoic virtue, fostering harmony without denial. Studies on assertive communication show it reduces relational stress by 25%. Avoid passive aggression. Clarity is your blade. 8. Weekly reflection strike. Each Sunday, spend 10 minutes reviewing: what did I accept? What changed? List wins, e.g. stayed calm in a meeting, and misses, e.g. resisted a delay. Set one goal for the next week. Reward progress, a coffee, a walk, to reinforce habits per behavioral psychology. This builds momentum, turning acceptance into your default stance. 9th Warrior's Council. Share acceptance stories with a trusted friend or group like Stoic symposiums. Monthly, discuss, challenge faced, how you applied acceptance and results. Online forums on Zen or Stoicism amplify this. Listen to others' tales, noting new tactics. Musashi honed wisdom in solitude, but grew through exchange. This dialogue sharpens your practice, fostering community resilience. 10th Future Self-Anchor. Annually write a letter from your future self. By accepting X, I achieved Y. Example, accepting my fear of failure led to launching my business. Revisit quarterly, updating goals. This bridges present acceptance with growth, motivating without pressure, like Musashi's vision of mastery beyond the sword. Start today with one step. Track in a journal or app like Notion. Slips are inevitable, accept them as training. Musashi's path wasn't flawless, it was persistent. As Seneca wrote, "While we are postponing, life speeds by." Act now and let acceptance carve your way to victory. Implement one step today. Consistency compounds. Soon, acceptance becomes your default. As we wrap up, remember, Musashi's words aren't ancient relics, they're tools for modern mastery. Accepting everything just the way it is liberates you from chains of resistance, empowering decisive action. You've explored the depths, seen real-world ties, and gained steps to apply it. Feel that shift? You're not just surviving, you're thriving, like a samurai in harmony with the world. Embrace this principle and watch your life transform. You're capable, resilient, ready. Go forth and accept. Your path awaits. If this resonated, hit that like button, subscribe for more dives into Stoic and samurai wisdom, and comment below. What's one thing you're accepting today? Share your journey. We're in this together. Thanks for watching.